Okay, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we are absolutely cutting through the AI hype. We're going to look at some hard data on how artificial intelligence is actually reshaping the work week for small and medium business leaders and actively giving them a full working day back every single week. Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with a pretty massive question. Seriously, what would you do with an extra 6 to 10 hours this week? Just imagine having an entire workday handed right back to you. Now, for business leaders, this reclaimed time isn't exactly meant for an impromptu midweek golf game. It's time specifically recovered to reinvest in high-level strategy, making those crucial decisions and building deep relationships. The really important stuff that only humans can actually do. Now, check this out. 22%. That means nearly a quarter of small and medium business leaders are already living this reality today. According to recent survey data from tech.co, these folks are securely saving 6 to 10 hours every single week. This isn't just some rounding error or a minor little workflow tweak. We are talking about an entire workday, literally an entire week of productive capacity over the course of a single month, saved and handed right back to the leader to deploy however they want. And it's not just a tiny handful of tech super users experiencing these gains either. If we zoom out a bit, 54%, so over half of all the SMB leaders surveyed, are reporting a very measurable overall improvement in productivity since integrating AI into their daily workflows. Honestly, the debate over whether these tools are just some futuristic promise, it's effectively over. The data clearly shows that for the majority of leaders who embrace them, these productivity gains are totally tangible and they're actively reshaping businesses right now. But, okay, here is the catch, and it's a big one. Intent and financial investment really matter here. Entry-level tools, the ones under $100 a month, they might save you an hour or two, but they hit a hard limit pretty quickly. Unlocking that full workday requires a much more serious investment. Businesses that are thoughtfully spending between $1,000 and $2,500 a month are the ones securely capturing those 6 to 10 hours. It just proves that a real transformative shift takes a comprehensive, integrated suite of tools, not just a cheap basic subscription. So you're probably wondering, where exactly is all that reclaimed time actually going? Well, surprise, it is not just basic calendar management. Writing and research sit comfortably at the very top at 29% and 26%. These are complex, demanding, and incredibly time-consuming tasks. This completely shatters the myth that AI is just a glorified virtual assistant meant for simple, repetitive admin work. Leaders are intelligently automating the long hours of deep work that used to demand huge, uninterrupted chunks of their day. And this is where it gets really cool. By handing over that heavy lifting, stuff like drafting long-form communications and putting together dense research briefs, leaders are freeing themselves up for exclusively human tasks. They're getting their mental bandwidth back to make nuanced judgment calls under uncertainty, establish deep trust with their clients, and literally read a room. Machines simply cannot replicate those genuine human connections. Now, when we dig into specific use cases, there is one massive outlier that just jumps off the page. A staggering 80% of leaders who applied AI to their customer support operations experienced an incredible productivity boom. That is almost 10 times the positive response rate of any other category surveyed. Because customer support at scale involves highly structured, repetitive interactions, it's just the absolute perfect environment for AI to thrive in. It drives response times down, expands volume limits, and dramatically lowers operational costs. But, of course, there's a flip side. This creates what we like to call the speed versus warmth paradox. On one hand, you have the undeniable lightning-fast efficiency of AI dropping costs and completely wiping out wait times. But on the other hand, customer support is often the first and sometimes the only direct personal interaction someone has with your business. So the true challenge for leaders isn't just flipping a switch on a chatbot, it's deliberately designing a system that handles that structured volume without losing the crucial human touch, warmth, and connection in key conversations. And all of this brings us to a really profound cultural shift. Jack Turner, an editor over at tech.co, totally hit the nail on the head here. He points out that this 22% of leaders saving 6 to 10 hours a week are fundamentally bringing the 4-day work week closer to reality. This successfully reclaimed time is altering the long-standing conversation around how we structure our professional lives. It takes the whole concept of a shortened work week entirely out of the realm of theoretical debate and plants it firmly in reality, driven by tangible, measured productivity gains. Think about it like this. Under the old model, a 4-day workweek was pretty much always presented as a cultural perk, right? Or maybe a contractual concession just to keep top talent from leaving. But in our new reality, it's becoming a direct operational result.
By strategically adopting AI tools, hours aren't just arbitrarily slashed from the schedule anymore. They're actively engineered out of the workflow, hour by hour, tool by tool.
For the SMB leaders who are thoughtfully making these investments right now, the benefits are immediate. Getting an entire day back isn't some pie-in-the-sky futuristic sci-fi promise. They don't have to sit around and imagine what they would do with an extra 6 to 10 hours. For them, reclaiming a full working day every single week is, well, it's literally just a regular Tuesday. It has simply become their current operating baseline. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. Ask yourself, are you thoughtfully investing to reclaim your time right now, or will you be left working that fifth day while your competitors move on? The data is crystal clear and the opportunity is undeniably here. It's entirely up to you to choose how to implement these tools with deliberate intent, protect the uniquely human elements of your business, and finally reclaim those lost hours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to rethink your own workflows.